Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Talks with Alejandra, where we actually go dive deep into articles and insights and into my brain about things that are happening right now and so current events and also strategies and insights that you can put into into your business without the need of me in your business. So first of all, we're going to talk about this article that I it's in my website, and it's actually posted twice for different cities because we do offer the services in a few cities, well, nationwide, but located in two cities now. So I want to come here and talk about fractional CFOs. First of all, why are they important? What is a strategic operational fractional CFO? What you should be expecting if you want one in your business, and when you should actually have one in your business. So these are very important things to keep in mind. I have seen a huge surge for fractional CFOs in the last few years. When I first started my business, a fractional CFO was still a foreign concept, believe it or not. I mean, it was not very foreign because people were using it, but the people that were using it were mainly people that were fundraising or going for an exit. Now we see a huge surge for fractional CFOs as an operator of a business. So that means that a company that is being bootstrapped, like you probably are, bootstrap means that you haven't had any external capital from anyone, and you have put all of the money yourself in order to scale the business. And and it requires some strategic guidance and financially. So this kind of fractional CFO can come into your business. One, obviously fundraising. You really want a fractional CFO in your team if you're going to be fundraising, especially because you're going to be dealing with investors. Two, when you're going for an exit, obviously a good one because you're going to need somebody to do the financial modeling and partake in the negotiations, if anything, or depending on the deal structure. And three, operator, because you probably want to scale your business to the next level. You probably want to expand your business to making, adding 10, 20, $30 million in revenue. You probably want to expand your business in other areas of the country, or you want to go to another country. No, or you want to go to another country. So those are a lot of the reasons why you may grab a fractional CFO. So in my website, okay, so if you go to into the next slash insights, you will see two posts. One of them is top mistakes small businesses in Los Angeles make and top mistakes small businesses in Dallas make. And I am going to share with you some mistakes that business owners make when they don't have a CFO. So one of the times is confusing revenue with profit. So this is when you are acting in cash basis, and you think that revenue will equal profit at the end of the day. You don't calculate your margins, you don't calculate your operating cost or your cost of goods sold, so you really don't have a good visibility and a good picture of how your business is doing, and that's why you need a fractional CFO to come in and give you that financial clarity. Another one is that most business owners don't have financial forecasting, and what happens is, and this is a very common one that I've seen, business owners don't leverage themselves in with data, and that's normal and that's okay. But what it is that you do need financial forecasting in order to really see how the business will perform, it's performing, and how it will be performing in the future, and how it has performed in the past, because you want to make sure that you can be prepared for any kind of seasonality. A huge one is the poor cash flow management. So Cash flow management is huge and it happens to a lot of us. Even personally, you should keep track of your finances. So one of the things that fractional CFOs do is that they help you monitor your cash flow. They can develop a weekly cash flow forecasting or a monthly cash flow forecasting. It really depends on what your business needs are, but you should definitely put this into place because that's you can see where all of the money goes, and you can start making smart decision making on how to cut down some expenses or where to allocate some areas of the budgets in order to achieve your next goals. A lot of the time also businesses missed on valuation opportunities. So some fractional CFOs, I'm not gonna say that all, but some of them do provide valuation services, and that is as something as it can. Evaluation can happen in different ways. There's not only one way to calculate the valuation of your business. There's a lot of different methodologies to do that. So some fractional CFOs will be able to do the discounted cash flow or do an asset valuation in order to determine what the value of your business is, which can help you a lot as a business owner understand how you're competing in the market, and if you ever decide to exit, what your business would look like in the eyes of the buyer. A huge one is that they overlook tax strategies. So Uh, business owners, as I am myself, guilty of this one as well. We have been all. We look at our financials in our business on like how do I minimize taxes or how do I, um, you know, how do I what do I do with taxes? But there's a huge opportunity where your CFO can work with your CPA to really implement strategies that reduce liabilities and take advantage of any credits and deductions that you might otherwise miss. So even though CFO most of the times are not tax preparers and most of the times are not tax experts, they can really work closely with your CPA to really maximize any kind of deductions that you may have. A lot of that is like on research and development or any depreciation expenses. Believe it or not, I've seen a lot of times that business owners, whoever's helping them with their finances, they really are overlooking their their depreciation, and there's a lot of deductions happening in depreciation. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. So head over to my website. There's two articles written on this. I really want you guys to understand that a fractional CFO is really somebody strategic and executive in your team, looking out for you and your business and helping you plan and a roadmap for the future, and support you along the way on those decisions at a fraction of the cost. That's why it's called a fractional, because and most of the times businesses do not need anybody that's full time. You don't need a full time person right there looking at you, looking at the spreadsheets and say, spreadsheet, spreadsheet time. You don't want any of that. So fraction of the time is great, and there's tons of fractional CFOs, including my company and myself, that we do offer those services. So go head out to my I was gonna say podcast, but because I have a podcast, but head out to my article on www into the next/insights, and then you will see two articles there about mistakes that small businesses do in Dallas and LA, because we are fractional CFOs in both cities. So until next time, guys, I'll see you then. Bye.